Morning, 16th of July 2024. The song is Blondie, Hanging on the Telephone. We've got Libra, karmic debts, and 9th house of Sagittarius. Oh, and it's the unknown rune. So partnerships, open enemies, legal matters, learning some hard lessons. When this one come out, we all still had landlines, didn't we? There weren't no mobiles. It was when you had to sit in the same place for hours if you were having a phone call. So something unknown to us as yet then. Probably because we've got choices to make, because Libra is sometimes being sat on the fence, isn't it? But you're reaping what you sowed in the past. Paying your dues. Something may be going to court, and it'll be a hard lesson. So some may face justice. It's also the call on the prostate for health issues, the loins and the marital home. There's the Tower today, so though it's neutral, it needs to be in the upright because it shocks. So it's also passionate encounters, so that goes with Libra. If it's in the reverse, that's impotence. Remember what I said when I posted up the chart for the day, the astrology chart. Look for the points in it that I've mentioned. The numbers could be degrees, the signs could be houses, or the signs within houses. And they could be in your chart, your own personal chart. The numbers could also be birthdays, anniversaries, date for your diary, addresses. Whenever you see those numbers, they're massively important. There it is. So unfortunately, it is impotence. It's walking around on eggshells, feeling unable to speak your mind, brushing things under the carpet, arguments, losses of home, people being chucked out of the home, finances taking a nosedive, everything, all a bit of a shock. Water and electrical problems, real chance of fire or flood. So gossip, which is the shock, or trouble with fiery children. There could well be fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or again, it's impotence. The fire is out, so then there comes the gossip and impatience. His staff and that would make a home life, but as I say, the home is not a comfortable place to be right now. Somebody's refusing to accept the situation, so there'll be fire and brimstone. Positive news, something out of the blue coming in the next 8 days, so not all is lost. This chapter will be over. Travel to the object of your desire, be they persons, things or events. A bond that cannot be broken. But someone's wearing a false mask, pretending to be happy when they're not, well when they're not. It could be mental illness, it could be drug addictions. There's problems with children, definitely. Hands, arms, shoulder issues. And it could be medical. Depression, like I said. So 21 is positive, 1 and 28 is negative. Gemini. We've got all the fixed signs on that one. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. Inheritances. Travel. A number 72 and a string of pearls for some. So inherited jewellery. Criminal activity, which is connected again to the law and the courts, isn't it? Chapter ending. And a new one begins. Don't begin the new chapter with deceit. Don't pretend to be okay when you're not. There it is, legal matters, Libra, 8 or 26. Courts. A just unfair decision. Yeah. Somebody not standing up for themselves. Bickering, arguing. Doing things behind your back so that you don't see the true picture. Your attention is elsewhere. You're not paying attention. Somebody up to no good. Somebody wants to escape. They're at a crossroads and they must make a decision. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. Effort's got to be put in. Communication's got to take place. Burning the candle at both ends. Working overtime perhaps. Communicating late into the night, hanging on the telephone, there we go. Tattooed person. No peace for the wicked, you're going to have to fight for what you want. 4 weeks. And the exact opposite of that one, so it all depends on which path you take, because this is a loss of keys and a shock in the next 8 days. So it depends which side of this legal or fence you're on. because that is good news in 8 days, that's bad news in 8 days. So somebody's going to get what they deserve one way or the other. You're with the wrong team and it's not paying off. There's no foundations, so end it. So we've got that twice. 21, you must end this chapter and travel to the object of your desire, be they persons, things, or events. Bring it to a close. It's over. So it's that 1 and 28. That's negative. Depression, criminal activity, wearing false masks, children, siblings, twins, hands, arms, shoulders is the negative. Yeah, it's time to realise that you're banging your head against a brick wall and wasting your time. Come home to who you truly are. Stop wearing that false mask. You're afraid of the bond being broken with something or someone. Yeah, but you've got to come off that fence. You can't sit there forever. There's been unfaithfulness, betrayal, or depression. Your cup is empty. You refuse the gift that Spirit gave you. One person's heart is broken, running on empty. It's a cheery read, isn't it? Illness, bad temper, the heart, the back, issues, karma, karmic debts like it is in the dice, power struggles, Leo energy. Again, the 8 and 26 there. So it's power struggles of some kind, and they've given us it 3 times, my God. So they did that with a 25 the other day, didn't they? Today it's 21. 21, 21, 21. Travel to the object of your desire, be they person, things, or events. End this chapter now. Yeah. The nightmare will be over in 9 weeks. And you can release that heavy burden. But you won't do it with apathy, which means refusing to accept it. Or the person who is on the wrong side of the decision may refuse to accept it. There's boredom and apathy here. So we haven't got the rune because it's unknown. 9th house is, oh, it's up on the page for me. Sagittarius, so it's hips and thighs, weight gain, weight loss. Universities, publishing houses, newspaper offices, foreign shores. So there's a real chance of a holiday. There's colours green and white, so the heart and the crown chakra. This is about higher learning, philosophy, distant horizons, your ethics, your visions, your belief. Religion, long journeys, in-laws and foreign affairs. So definitely long journeys. And karma coming to get somebody. South Node, the dragon's tail. The South Node symbolises that has gone before. Like the moon, it represents entrenched instinctual behaviour that arises from innate reactions. As such, it's an ancient part of the psyche. This is a place of unfinished business where survival strategies have been formulated. Emotional stimuli and automatic reactions lie and unconscious compulsions, a rigid behaviour pattern, the ability with which the soul is most familiar, lie in the south node. It is also the point where the soul stagnates, where in response to the challenges to evolve, it says, yes, but, and turns back to the past. The challenge is to take what is good from the south and leave behind all that is negative. It's time to leave the past behind. South node, Libra. The soul has learned how to relate, but must leave behind the tendency to lose sight of itself in relationships, taking forward the ability to make a creative compromise. So within a relationship, you've got to start having some time for yourself as well. The soul has been a lifelong quest to find out who and what it is. The challenge is to stop and hear the voice that says, simply be, which is the Nine of Wands reversed. The Grand Cross, Provocation, 47. Let's have a look at the astrology, what it says in here. Not that it ever says much, but there we go. July 15th. Oh, tell a lie. Sun squares Chiron, Mars conjunct Uranus, which is the Tower. You or someone close may feel a little sensitive, so take things a step at a time. Avoid rushing. There is minor accidents, which is what the Tower says, bumps and scrapes. And surprises on the way, that's what that says. The moon is in Scorpio. Well done, Spirit. So provocation, 4 and 7 add up to 11. So again, Libra. And there it is, the very card, coming home to who you truly are. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. There is someone here that is blind to what's going on. Name Helen could be important. The Grand Cross is an area of tension in a chart, thus becoming a great catalyst for movement and change. So look for any Grand Crosses in the astrology, your chart or the current one. It's the 4 directions, so you've got different directions you can go in. The crossroads, like we said, it's a crisis. Yet through this calamity will be the painful process of you growing, of ending the chapter and moving forwards. And eventually a greater foundation for happiness and success. Strangely, it's almost as if the planet energy are in competition with each other. This may be rather exasperating time, where you feel provoked and frustrated over booby traps. Well, there's your frustration that have been set in your path. It is as if everything is working at cross purposes, and you will feel pulled in many directions. False leads and failed plans may leave you unable to produce concrete achievement. It's all about how you communicate. Are you communicating as well as you should? Are you abandoning a worthy project the minute it loses its shine in an effort to capture a larger, glossier prize? But more simply, In the effort to accomplish more, are you juggling balls in the air? Do you notice as you juggle, if you are stuck in the same spot, that not much has been achieved? When this card presents itself in a reading, it suggests there are multiple talents you are able to access, as well as numerous paths you can take. So focus and organisation are the key. And they're organising the keys, aren't they? Until this matter phases out, expect resistance, since opposition is the main energy field. Once on track, the momentum towards the attainment of what you desire will be impossible to stop. It mainly has to do with the shifting of your energy, switching into gear. In regards to relationships, they will have a fated quality. You will not want to let go of a person, no matter how hard it gets. There will be sacrifices and compromises with this relationship, and it will be one where you may have to bump your head against many walls that seem to fly up out of nowhere. You are being challenged, and if you don't weather it out and see what the future brings, you will likely always regret letting that relationship go. If the question is about business or career, know that it will happen, but it will be hard. You have to be willing to walk the miles. Diligence is what's required of you. What is positive about this Grand Cross card is that you are becoming more realistic and focused and won't be attracted by glitter and glamour, but looking more towards stability, long-lasting success. A good thing to remember is that it's best not to fight the hard lessons. In fact, this is a period where you need to take stock of all that's brought you to this place. It is time to draw upon your own strength. In so doing, you will move from uncertainty into a place of peace and contentment. So it's about pressure, discipline, frustration, growth, defensiveness, competition, but victory afterwards. So the main numbers we've got in it is 26, 8, 21 and 28. And now 47. The standing stones, your ancestors, 34. Ancestors, the gateway, the sacred. So a new door is awaiting you, a new doorway. Standing stones, all those that have, your ancestors, all those that have gone before have gone back to the earth. So this may be someone that is going to a funeral perhaps, taking with them all the lessons learned and becoming a group collective energy for you. Standing stones are seated within the earth and above the ground. Many contain quartz, which is known as an amplifier of energy. We all know my quartz comes from Kristen, so, all the way from America, which is known as an amplifier of energies, and also one to help with two-way communication. So it will amplify your negative energy as well, though, so be careful there. Dolmens or gateways, and some are burial tombs. Regardless of what shape they take on, the energy suggests that sacredness and gateways to other dimensions. I have often come across spirals carved in stones, and I have placed my hand on them and transported to a different location. They are definitely portals of some type and hold incredible energy. On drawing this card, you will be beckoned to contact the elders or ancestors. Guidance from those that hold the knowledge you have not yet come to understand. They may be living or past. They may be your direct lineage or from a group collective. It means a time of seeking knowledge to help you with making decisions and working on an issue. So you're going to have to find a new team because the one that you're working with isn't working. Something has you chasing your tail. And we find ourselves on a merry-go-round that we can't seem to find a way off. It usually requires a different perspective, outside guidance. Find a place in nature where you will not be disturbed. Place your hand on the ground or hold the stone in your hand. Ask for the wisdom of the ancestors to help you work through what needs to be addressed. Ask for their guidance and help at looking at something from a different angle. Help you grow in some way. Remember that one day you too will be the elder as you draw to you the life lessons that make you wise. You can also travel, we've had that 3 times, to sacred standing stone sites around the world, either physically or spiritually. Meditation or journeying, where you take your spirit or consciousness to the site, can yield incredible results. You are not limited to your physical body. You can travel to these places in any time and bathe in their healing energies and talk to the spirits that reside there. So if you used to speak to your mum every day and you've got a problem and you miss speaking to her, just do it. Speak to whoever it is you need to speak to. They are listening. There's the abundance. I would think it's Mayborn, number 12, but we'll have a look. So some sacrifice will be needed. Mayborn, yeah, it is. Harvest festival for some. So agriculture. The autumn equinox brings balance as night and day are at equal lengths. So September the 20th to the 23rd, which is Libra. Well done. Well done indeed. The Harvest Feast celebrates the richness of the summer bounty and holds the message of preservation for the colder months to come. Apples, pears, pumpkins, the sweetness of wine all speak of the abundance of the earth. It is a time of sharing, caring for those who are in need and giving thanks. So prepare. It is a time to count your blessings and be aware of how abundant your life truly is. Because if you don't, Spirit comes and takes something from you to make you grateful for what you have. Open your eyes to those who are less fortunate than you and offer what help you can. Trust that there will be enough for everyone and you can afford to be generous with your time, energy and resources. Abundant harvest gratitude. I have everything I need. How am I going to share my bounty with others? And finally, this is, it's Belladonna. And it's reversed. So staying in your comfort zone, that's not good, is it? Belladonna. I think, anyway, if I'm doing it right. What number is it? Oh, no, it's not. It's not. I thought it was a death card. It's not. It's Persephone. Atropa, Belladonna, Venus, Saturn, Mars, and the element of water. So Venus is the abundance. Mars is the tower. Saturn is the truth. Belladonna, deadly nightshade, is one of the most fascinating of the baneful planets of the witch, and in the name beautiful lady. Once you see the large, dark berries known as the devil's cherries, shining like black spheres of obsidian, and her crooked stems of hanging bell-like flowers, you will never forget her again. There is something magical about the plant, enticing you even when you know she is poison. She can be used in fascination and charming magic, named for the third fate, Atropos, who cuts the line of life. So, Belladonna figures into magic of cursing and blessing. So, what you curse now could be your blessing. Hexing and healing for she controls the strands of life. Belladonna is used in war, magic to evoke aggressive and deadly powers, so we must watch out for those, as well as protection. And most importantly, belladonna is one of the classic herbs of the witch's flying ointment. So flying, travel. To aid astral travel and spirit flight, as well as communication with spiritual entities, particularly to the creatures of the fairy realms. So now is the time to speak to spirit if you need to. Belladonna's spirit is twofold. In the material realm, she helps us break the cords and lines of energy that link us to harmful people and places. Atropos severs the connection, helping restore life force and vitality when we feel we are being drained by another. Exactly right. Particularly those who we have a close, loving or sexual relationship with. Belladonna can break the spell any toxic person in our lives might have over us that prevents us from seeing their harmful ways. With the spell broken, we can cut the cord and move onwards. Belladonna helps us make breakthroughs in our emotional growth, reaching new levels. In the spirit world, belladonna opens the sideways gate to the worlds between, not above or below, to help us experience the spiritual creatures right alongside us, including the fairy and elemental beings. It helps us project our psychic self into the realms, or simply give us enough spiritual light to see and commune with them. So, she's in the reverse. Belladonna reverse asks you, what spell are you under? What has enchanted you or distracted you? What might be toxic to you, but you haven't realised it yet? What message from spirit world are right there, but you're ignoring them? See the truth through the illusion. So, you're at a crossroads, and no one can do this but you. It seems that you've been blind to certain things and carried on wasting your time banging your head against a brick wall when it's not going to do you any good. Time to leave the negative behind and move on, taking the positive with you. Thanks for listening. Speak soon.